Gentlemen, welcome to Pennsbury's Falcon Field for today's renewal of this classic rivalry in the Power 10 Conference. The Neshaminy Redskins and the host Pennsbury Falcons. I'm Frank Ciola along with my partner Pancho Messier. And Pancho, you're no stranger to great games here in Lower Bucks County. And just how special is this Pennsbury-Neshaminy rivalry?
One word, Frank: tradition. Going back a lot of years, Pennsbury and Neshaminy, the last game of the season, so many big games, so many big events. If I'm correct, Neshaminy hasn't won a game on Falcon Field here since Pennsbury's been playing here. The last Neshaminy win over Pennsbury was 33 years ago, Frank?
1964, that's true.
And that was when Pennsbury played their home games over what is now Charles Bain. That stadium no longer in existence there. But Neshaminy's got to be favored coming into today.
Yeah, the Redskins come in with a record of 7 wins and 2 losses, 6-2 in the Power 10, and they are still mathematically alive in the playoff race. What they need is a loss from the Battling Bulls of Glen Mills, who are going out to play St. Ignatius of Cleveland, a team that battered State Power Berwick earlier in the season. They're going to need a Glen Mills loss, which is a possibility, but even more difficult than that, Hatboro Horsham will have to lose against Methacton, a game which is going on right now. That, coupled with a Neshaminy win, will put the Redskins in the state playoffs for the first time since the first year of the state playoffs with their undefeated 1988 team.
First order of business, though, is the Falcons here, and Pennsbury coming in with a chance to even their record at 500.
Yes.
It's been a tough season for the Falcons. They've had some great wins. Last week at Abington, a come-from-behind win in the last few minutes. And it would put the finishing touches on a satisfying season with a win here today.
Pennsbury's captains out at the beginning of the game. 67, Brad Morgan, Mike Wise, James Roberts, number 46 and 36, TJ Tigner. The Redskins go with number 43, John Grant, 36, James Kelly, 16, Frank DeSandro is one of them as well. DeSandro has had 2 very good games in recent weeks. Pancho, in fact, he went over 200 yards 2 weeks ago.
Neshaminy all year is their offense has been based on the pass, but DeSandro stepped up in that game 2 weeks ago, and I think he's going to have to step up today. Needless to say, tough passing conditions with this rain and wind.
And speaking of passing conditions, Neshaminy comes into the game with the most prolific quarterback in Lower Bucks County over the last couple of years, and that's Jim Dietz. He's gone for 18 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. In fact, he needs 3 touchdowns today, and he'll tie Pete Cordelli's record in Lower Bucks County with 21 touchdowns, and Cordelli was a 71 graduate of Neshaminy.
There's some history there with the Cordelli name. Of course, his father was also a longtime coach at Neshaminy, first an assistant under John Peter Kuski in some of the glory years of the 60s and 50s. And young Cordelli's still coaching college football, I believe.
So the Redskins, who rely on what is termed as almost a 50-50 mix of run and pass, are going to have to be able to run the ball against a Falcon team which has had success running Singleton and also Keith Johnson. And as we're ready to kick it off today in what promises to be an exciting matchup, the Falcons will go back with Keith Johnson and Chris Schaefer deep to receive, and to kicking it off for Neshaminy is Josh Vetter.
Keith Johnson, the premier breakaway threat for the Falcons, with Josh Jarzik out with an injury. Chris Schaefer, a quality player and a good solid returner in his own right. Nice homecoming crowd, Frank.
It's true, especially on a really rainy and windswept day here at Falcon Field. Special teams no doubt playing a factor on this wet day.
Josh Vetter with the kick.
Schaefer takes it at the 10. Has a wedge and is taken down at the 25-yard line, but Neshaminy's Kevin Mullins, and the Falcons are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 25. And they'll come out on offense with their quarterback, his second year as a starter, Dave Schimpf. Much of the Falcons out on a day like today are going to look to establish the run immediately.
Those guys up front who will get their names after this play are the key.
Schaefer in the backfield. Singleton and Tigner up front. Handoff goes to Schaefer, and he takes it up for about a yard before being taken down by Neshaminy's Michael O'Brien and also Bill Crompton.
Let's set the Falcons' offensive line. We've got number 50, Mike Narasaki at center, Glenn Orleski, 51 at left guard, number 72, Chris Monticello at left tackle. At right guard, looks like Vince Long back after an injury, and at right tackle, that'll be Jimmy Clayton.
2nd and 8 from the Falcons at the 27-yard line. And it looks like Schimpf has caused Neshaminy to jump off sides. Something he's been able to do very well this season, changing his cadences, and we'll have to wait for the referees, but it appears to be encroachment. And it is. That'll be 5 yards for the Falcons, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Two veteran quarterbacks here today, both Schimpf and Jimmy Dietz. Jimmy has played last year and the year before some. Schimpf has been a 2-year starter. Falcons going unbalanced to the right.
Schaefer, Singleton, and Tigner in the backfield with Schimpf. Schimpf goes to Schaefer again off right tackle. He's got some running room. There's a ball's loose on the ground. A fumble, and Neshaminy looks to have recovered the ball. And it is recovered. Neshaminy recovered by Michael Kelly after Chris Schaefer went across, picked up the first down, but the ball was knocked loose. And the Redskins are going to start with great field position in the game's first turnover.
Let's see if this ball's knocked loose, Frank. No, I think Schaefer just lost the handle there. Looked like he had a hole and had the first down gain and dropped the ball. Kelly on the recovery.
Neshaminy takes over 1st and 10 from the 30, Falcon 38. Dietz is going to hand off to DeSandro. He goes up the middle, and he's quickly taken down by Pennsbury's Mike Gankars. It'll be a short gain of about 1 yard. DeSandro's been effective the last 2 weeks running the ball. He has gone for 200 yards 2 weeks ago and 100 last week against North Penn. 2nd and 9 from the Falcons, for the Redskins at the Falcon 36. Neshaminy's passing attack has been potent all year. I formation for the Redskins.
Twins left.
Play action, sprint out left goes Dietz. He passes, and it's almost intercepted by Mike Gankars, who was sitting out there in the flat, and the ball went in and out of his hands, and the Falcons could have had it right back.
Looked like Dietz had Charles Hall, the fullback, early in the flat, but threw it slightly behind him right into the hands of Mike Gankars. Gankars wishes he had that one back.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for Neshaminy from the Pennsbury 36-yard line. Despite the wet and muddy conditions, Neshaminy goes on a lot of sprint out action to use Dietz's mobility. Hall is the single setback for Neshaminy.
Trips left, counter.
Play action. Coming back, throws
back screen, and there's nobody there.
It's going to be a touchdown, Frank DeSandro. Play action, rolling to his left, Jimmy Dietz throws back to DeSandro, and he goes down the sideline untouched, and Neshaminy's got a 6-0 lead.
Well-conceived play, Frank. 3 receivers to the left. Neshaminy went with a little fake, throwback screen. Nobody there for the Falcons, an easy 6.
So one play after the Falcons almost had an interception. Neshaminy goes back and throws for a 36-yard touchdown from Jim Dietz. Veteran to attempt the extra point. It's a bad snap.
Brian Sperling.
And the Falcons take him down. So Sperling picks up the ball around the 30-yard line, and he's tracked down by Paul Copenay for Jimmy Clayton. And Neshaminy does not convert on the extra point, but with 9 minutes and 57 seconds to go, they have a 6-point lead.
Replay, fake the inside scissors to DeSandro. Nice job. Sandro, nobody there. He had two blockers in front of him, actually. The closest people to him were Neshaminy players.
Number 8 veteran on the kickoff against the Redskins. Steve Johnson, Chris Schaefer, deep. Let's go, Falcons fans. Let's stand up for the kickoff.
Middle of the field is looking very muddy. Always a potential for a big play. Vetter's
Good kick.
kickoff, high, taken by Schaefer at the 10-yard line. He's going to go up the middle and runs into one of his own men, stays on his feet, and is hit at the 26-yard line. Taken down by Neshaminy's James Kelly, who's in on another tackle.
Great effort by Schaefer. Sure trying to make up, if you will, for that one fumble. Setting the rest of the Falcons offense, we had the offensive line already. Jason Pretorius is in at one tight end and John Cutsmead at the other. In the backs, Damon Singleton, Keith Johnson, and wingback James Roberts.
Right now it is Singleton the fullback, Johnson the tailback for the Falcons. And Schimpf looks like he wanted to hand off to Singleton right there. It looks like kind of a broken play, but Singleton gets crossed up, and he's immediately tackled by Neshaminy's Ron Smith, who had a big game last week offensively for the Redskins. And that's going to be a loss of 1 for the Falcons, 2nd and 11.
Ron Smith, a junior two-way performer. As you said, last week caught 2 touchdown passes against North Penn. Son of Ron Smith Sr., a well-known Lower Bucks football player himself at Woodrow Wilson Truman High School.
Twin set in the backfield now for Schimpf. It's Johnson and Singleton.
Unbalanced left.
Schimpf rolling right. Looks like he's going to run. He is. Takes off around the right side, and he's taken down with a nice tackle. Outside linebacker came up and met him for Neshaminy. That's James Kelly, and boy, Pancho, he's having a good game already. Couple tackles defensively. He had recovered a fumble, and he also has made that tackle on special teams.
Seems to be everywhere early. Of course, he has a twin brother on the team, too. Let's not confuse those guys.
That's right, Michael Kelly. So a pickup of 5 yards for the Falcons, setting up 3rd and 6. Schaefer back into the game for Pennsbury.
Wide side of the field to the left.
Schimpf gives the handoff to Singleton, who looks for running room up the middle, breaks a couple tackles before he's taken down at the 36-yard line. This time, Neshaminy's Michael O'Brien in on the tackle. And that'll be 4th down for the Falcons in a punting situation as their punting unit is coming onto the field. The Neshaminy, after their touchdown, holds defensively. The Falcons go with 3 running plays, aren't able to generate the first down. And Craig Lau in to kick. And deep to receive is Antoine Lovelace, who has been the sensation in Lower Bucks County this year. Lau's punt.
Kick by Lau.
Taken by Lovelace at the 30-yard line. He's got a little bit of room, and he's finally taken down by Pennsbury's Miguel Velez and John Kutzmina at the 42-yard line. So a 7-yard return, or actually, I'm sorry, a 12-yard return. My mathematical skills need to improve.
As we saw on the Neshaminy extra point, the snaps are going to play a key part today, and Pete Gutzmertle certainly got that one back in good shape.
So 7:35 to go in the first quarter. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Dietz has Hall and DeSandro in the backfield in the I formation. Split out left is Lovelace. And Dietz is going to look to Lovelace. He goes quick and completes the pass to the 49-yard line to Lovelace, and it'll be 2nd down. Ends about 4 yards.
When you can get that ball out there in high school football and make, complete 70 or 80% of those stop passes or the shorts, they're just so effective. You have to give a receiver like Lovelace cushion and almost concede that 5 yards. It's got to be executed, though.
I formation for the Redskins. Handoff goes to Hall up the middle. He's got some running room. He breaks a couple tackles until he's finally taken down by James Roberts, but not before a 1st down for the Redskins, down to the Falcon 44-yard line.
Nice trap run by the Neshaminy offensive line. 51, the center, Jesse Lambert. And Pat Mason doing a good job, number 67.
So Neshaminy, 1st and 10 inside Falcon territory as they're moving the ball once again. They have a 6-0 lead. Paul and DeSandro in the backfield I formation. This time Lovelace out right. Dietz fakes to the middle and hands it to Sandro, and he shakes a tackle at the 45-yard line and takes it down to the 43. Mike Gankars hit him first, but he spun off Gankars until he ran into Mike Wise and was taken down. So it'll be 2nd down, 8 yards ago after a 2-yard pickup by DeSandro, who really could have been stopped for no gain but made a great effort.
Tough run.
I formation again from the Redskins. Falcons, 4 men down, Lovelace out right. Pitch goes to DeSandro, and he is taken down quickly at the 40-yard line by the Falcons. Mike Wise in on the tackle. Chris Schaefer as well.
Looked like he could have had the corner, Frank, but Damon Singleton playing some D-line with some good penetration, turning back inside.
And now 3rd and 6 for Neshaminy. And Pennsbury doesn't want to let the Redskins get on the board again, especially on a day like today when too many points, it's tough to come back.
And a flag. There's got to be an offside. Somebody had to break the plane here, I would think. Lined up.
It might be too much. No, it's a legal motion on Neshaminy. And that's going to move them back 5 yards. They'll go back to the 45-yard line for 3rd and 11. Dietz had trips to the right, and it appeared to be a little bit of confusion.
That call comes often when one of the interior linemen or covered people sets into a 3-point stance and then readjusts. Once you get under that 3-point stance, you can't come out of it. Trips right again.
Hall, the single setback for the Redskins. They watch for Jason Jonikite in the middle, likes to go slant over the middle. It's a shovel pass and incomplete, and talk about dangerous. And that time, Jonikite did have some room in the middle, but they wanted to go to the shovel to Hall. Dietz overthrew it, and thankfully for him, it wasn't an interception.
Copenhagen with a diving attempt. Dietz sprinting a little to the right. I think it's a 2-hand shovel. Look at that. Again, a dangerous play only if they get it. Only if they get it in the air. It's just an incomplete if it hits the ground.
That was the infamous no-look shovel pass. Dietz back to punt. Back is Chris Schaefer to receive for the Falcons. And Dietz's kick lands at the 5 and goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Jimmy Dietz also doing some punting, and that's a 45-yarder, but only a net of 25 for the Redskins. And the Falcons will take over with 4 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the corner, down 6-0 at their own 20-yard line.
Heck of a kick with a wet ball, and once again, not to belabor the point about the snaps, that one almost went over Dietz's head. Special teams always playing such a big part on a rainy and wet day.
This is the Falcons' 3rd drive offensively, and they've got twins in the backfield, Johnson and Singleton. Schimpf goes to Singleton, who can't get any running room, stacked up at the 19-yard line. Neshaminy all over that play. In on the tackle for the Redskins, Brian Staley quickly in to meet him.
Trying to set the Neshaminy defensive line. We got Ron Smith at D right end, Ryan Brennan at tackle.
Brian Staley is up on the left end, who was in on that last play. And with 2nd down and 11, Pennsbury's going to use their first time out of the half with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go, trailing 6-0.
HGTV presents a world television premiere, At Home with Carol Burnett. Spend the day with America's queen of comedy. Tour her charming New Mexico villa and see which personal touches make it home.
This is the lamp I bought with my first paycheck.
At Home with Carol Burnett.
2nd and 11 for Pennsbury. Schimpf has the I formation, Singleton the up back, Johnson in the back. Little counter play, play action. Schimpf back. The pass goes back over to Johnson, but his ball is batted down. Ronnie Smith on that defensive play right there for the Redskins, Pancho.
Schimpf with a little bootleg waggle fake, and they were coming out here with a screen to Keith Johnson. Looked like it could have been open, but Ron Smith got his hands up and tipped the ball.
So it'll be 3rd down and 11 for Pennsbury, as they've had some success with that to Johnson, who has 10 pass receptions on the year. Falcons going without Josh Jarzik today, who is their leading receiver in yardage and also touchdowns. He's their big play threat. But Josh Burden had a big game. He split out right, number 5 for the Falcons.
Look for the slant too, Burden.
Schimpf, snap is fumbled. And it appears that Schimpf got the ball back, and he did, and it's going to be 4th down. Schimpf having trouble handling the snap right there, and the Falcons will lose a yard.
And it was that fumbled snap. Schimpf, I believe, good effort to get back and get a hold of that ball. 4th and 12. Punting into the wind.
Pennsbury, 4th and 12. Lau ready to kick it off to Lovelace. Kick is high but short. Lovelace runs up and is going to let it drop, and it takes an excellent Pennsbury bounce all the way down to the Neshaminy 37-yard line. And John Kutzmita says, it's muddy. This is my last game here at Falcon Field. I'm going to dive and get on that ball.
Kutzmita making a fashion statement there with those, we thought, Princeton Tiger socks. He and Josh Burden, recognizing that Marshall superstar Randy Moss is wearing them. That was Burden's inspiration. Kutzmita said he had him on in reference to Dr. Seuss and the Cat in the Hat. Nice job, John.
I think that should be a rule, Pancho, for Lower Bucks basketball teams should have to wear those socks. Go back to the olden days. So the Redskins are set to go 1st and 10 from their own 38. Hall and DeSandro in the backfield, and the give goes to DeSandro, who's up the middle, has a little bit of room, but is taken down by the Falcons. And that's Jesse McKenna, outside linebacker, makes the stop after a gain of about 5 yards to the Neshaminy 42. So a nice pickup on 1st down.
DeSandro finishing off his run after they hit, getting another 2 yards. They're big today.
Rain slowing down a little bit here, but still a drizzle on a field that is quite soft. I formation again for the Redskins, showing it a lot this week. Dietz again goes to DeSandro up the middle, and this time there's not much going on for him. The Falcons immediately converge on him. Mike Gankars and McKenna once again in on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 4 as we approach 2 minutes ago in the 1st quarter. That Falcon defensive line up on the nose, Mike Wise, number 23. Paul Copenhagen for defensive end. Rob McLaren back from an injury.
Anthony Fiorelli, 69. TJ Tigner, 36.
Single setback is Hall, and the give goes to Hall, and he's got running room and a 1st down. Gets into the Falcons secondary, and McKenna with his 3rd tackle of this series, but not before Hall takes it all the way to the Falcon 42-yard line for a 1st down.
Sweet trap run by that Neshaminy line we mentioned. Well, let's see. Number 59, Joe Mitzkis, nice pull on the trap to open a big hole. The whole offensive line in Neshaminy is doing a great job.
Trips left again for the Redskins. 1st and 10 from the Falcon 42. Hall is alone in the backfield behind Dietz. Dietz, 3-step drop, looks to go up top to Lovelace, and he overthrows him. And that is something that we can expect to see a couple times today. Antoine Lovelace came out and played football this year. He did not play last year. He's well known in Lower Bucks County as being a member of the Neshaminy's highly successful basketball team. Last year they had a highly successful team, and he should be a key member of this year's team, and he's had a great deal of success on the gridiron, Pancho.
I think the thing that's helped make him successful is in the last week's game, he didn't catch many balls in Neshaminy with Ron Smith and DeSandro picking up the slack. They're a balanced team. So Lovelace, it's tough to double him. Josh Burton's on him almost man-to-man here today.
2nd and 10 for Neshaminy. Hall in motion is Jonikite. Handoff goes to Hall. He's got running room again right up the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he drags Jesse McKenna down to the 28-yard line. Another big run for a Hall. 12-yard pickup, 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
It's that same trap. Lambreth, Mitskis doing a good job up front. Mitskis on the trap. Once again, when you have a passing offense, your defensive linemen want to get up the field to put pressure on the quarterback, and there's the counter to that. Getting up the field too quickly sets you up for a trap block, especially on a sloppy field. Good job by Coach Smith calling the offensive plays for Neshaminy.
Hall to DeSandro in the backfield. This time inside handoff goes to DeSandro, loses his footing and slips and falls down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of 1, but it looked like he had room. And Neshaminy's finding a lot of success in the middle of the Falcon line, which has been a weak spot for Pennsbury this year.
That time they pulled a tackle with big James Glessner, the offensive right tackle, a junior.
Neshaminy is young on their offensive line. Mitskis only a sophomore, Poncho. 5'10", 213 pounds, but he can move it. He's got some quickness, and he gets out on that trap block. And as you just said, Glessner, he's only a junior. He'll be back. This Neshaminy team is young. Coach Mark Schmidt has done an outstanding job rebuilding the Neshaminy football program. Last year, #1 in Lower Bucks County, and this year, with a win today, they'll solidify that spot. Timeout, the Reds, actually no timeout, it's the end of 1 quarter. And after 1, the Neshaminy Redskins hold a 6-0 lead here at Falcon Field over the Pennsbury Falcons.
When investing, often what seems to be on the rise can take an unexpected turn. A sure thing may never get off the ground. And high flyers can quickly be cut down to size. Successful investors know CNN's Moneyline can help, because staying informed in a changing marketplace can make for smooth sailing.
So Neshaminy's got the ball. 2nd and 9 from the Falcon 28 I formation. Dietz goes play action. He's rolling right. He's looking downfield, and he's not going to get anything as Damon singled it in and sacks him back at the 32-yard line. Big play by Single. Dietz went with the play action and went and sprinted out right. He was looking down the field for Ron Smith, who he hit twice last week against North Penn for touchdown. But the coverage was excellent, and Damon Singleton chased him down and dropped him for a loss. And that's what Pennsbury needs to get, is some pressure on Dietz. 3rd down and 13 for the Redskins. Lovelace and Jonikite out left. Trips left with Smith in the slot. Play action pass.
There's the screen they ran before, right back to it.
But this time Pennsbury has figured it out, and Damon Singleton once again, he did not leave his position. He kept his contained position. Poncho, he made a great play out there.
I'll tell you, that ball was slightly underthrown, or he did have some running room. He had some leverage on the outside. I see Coach Elko and Coach Snyder saying that the ball hit the ground. Turned out not to make a big difference, but if he had broken a tackle there, there was a lot of running room.
So Dietz's pass to DeSandro does not pick up any yardage. We'll take a look at it again.
Same play, fake the counter, DeSandro drops in, and Pennsbury coaches were correct. That ball did hit the ground, Frank.
4th and 12. Here comes Dietz. Sprints out left. He's got some pressure now. He brings it back up the middle, and he's taken down by Damon Singleton. And Poncho, 1, twice, 3 times. Damon Singleton. 3 nice plays for him. And Neshaminy stopped on 4th down as Coach Schmidt decided to go for it, and it is a good decision because they're out of field goal range. In that situation where a punt wouldn't do them much good, but with them being stopped, Pennsbury's going to take over. 1st and 10 from their 24-yard line, and they're going to need to get some offense going.
Nice job by Dietz to avoid a few tackles there. Still came up short, though, for the 1st down.
Twins in the backfield for Pennsbury, Singleton and Johnson. Handoff goes to Johnson off right tackle. He's got some running room, and he takes the ball up to the 30-yard line before he's taken down by James Kelly, who's once again on the scene. Pancho, do we have some first quarter statistics? Before we get to that, let's take a look at that play again. Keith Johnson able to cut it back here as he comes off right tackle, picks up a good block from
James Roberts and Brad Morgan pulling, opening up the hole for, that's 3 seniors. It's a senior, well, with a handoff from Schimpf, that's an all-senior play right there for the Falcons.
Second and 5 for Pennsbury after Johnson's run. This time it's Tigner in the backfield with Schaefer, so the Falcons going a little bit bigger. And the handoff goes to Tigner off left tackle, and he's running hard, but he's not going to be able to pick up any yardage because Neshaminy's all over that play. Excellent pickup, and I'll tell you, as it gets muddier out here, it gets tougher to pick up a white jersey and the numbers from Neshaminy, but that tackle there was by Joe Mitzkis. So look at some of the Falcon cheerleaders out there today, and they're looking a little cold, a little damp, but that can't dampen their enthusiasm. Outstanding job they did at yesterday's homecoming pep rally. 3rd and 3 for Pennsbury, which needs a first down. They have yet to get one today. Schimpf, and it looks like he may have done it again, Pancho. Punching that cadence, looks to have drawn the Neshaminy off sides, and if so, it will be that first down for the Falcons.
And it is. Once again, veteran quarterback, but it's up to the offensive line and the backs to stay put on the long count, so they've done a good job so far. This time it nets them a first down. You know, Neshaminy seems to be playing almost with 10 men up there in the box. Pennsbury in a tight formation, Neshaminy with a single safety free back there, but the rest, I see Mike Weaver deep and free, but they're up close to the line of scrimmage, making it tough to run.
Schaefer and Singleton in the backfield behind Schimpf, who goes and hands it off to Schaefer, who's stacked up in the middle of the line. Good penetration by Neshaminy's defense as Schaefer wasn't allowed to get any running room. Mike O'Brien in on the tackle. And Singleton is actually, that was Damon Singleton the carry, and he picked up 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for the Falcons, who trail 6-0 to Neshaminy. Pennsbury trying to establish the ball up the middle of the field, but to this point, Neshaminy has been able to bottle that up. Singleton and Schaefer in the backfield. Schimpf bobbles the snap and rolls out left, tries to make something out of it and can. It looks like he had some trouble handling that, Pancho, and once he picked it up, he decided to go around left end, but he's taken down by Neshaminy's Bill Crompton.
Well, both backs went that way. It was a running play to the left, but I don't think Dave could get the handoff to him after the bobble, so he wisely headed that direction. I think might have gained a yard.
Third and 7 for Pennsbury. Keith Johnson into the game, and he's had success this year catching the ball out of the backfield for Pennsbury. He is lined up on the slot to the left side, but I have a feeling he's going to come in motion right here. And he is. This time Schimpf, again, it appears to be a bobble of the snap. Ball's on the ground. Neshaminy thinks they have it, but we'll have to see. Neshaminy does have the ball. Neshaminy comes up with the recovery, and is that Joe Mitzkis who made the recovery? That's right, it is.
He's all over the field, and again, a sophomore. Got it. Mike Narasaki, I don't think Dave Schimpf got the ball. I think it came up under his hands from our view. Narasaki and Schimpf have worked together for 2 years, but hey, tough conditions today.
So Neshaminy takes over 1st and 10 for the Pennsbury 39 after the turnover. The Falcons' second fumble of the game. Dietz 3-step drop. He goes up top. He's looking for Lovelace, who's behind Josh Burton. Eddie drops the pass in and out of his hands, and Josh Burton stayed with him and was able to knock it out of his hands. Beautifully thrown ball by Jimmy Dietz, but it's incomplete.
I think Burton might have just tipped that away at the last second. Let's see what happens here. Burton not giving much of a cushion to Lovelace. Dietz laying the ball up as you should on the fade. Great effort. Burton got a piece of the first one, and I think after that first touch, he grabbed Lovelace's arm, which is perfectly legal after a touch. So good job, Burton. Almost a complete, though. Nice throw by Dietz.
Handoff up the middle goes to DeSandro, and he drags Jesse McKenna with him down to the Falcon 35-yard line.
Burton did a good job in the Ben Salem game against the other premier big receiver in Lower Bucks County, that Krishan Lewis from Ben Salem.
Krishan Lewis held him to 3 catches for 24 yards. So he's become something of a stopper at a school that's had some pretty good defensive backs come through.
You might have to recruit him as a stopper on the basketball court this year here. Josh Burton holding Krishan and Antoine down. Well, we've got more to play though today. I think Antoine Lovelace might have something to say about that.
Twin set for the Redskins. 3rd and 6 from the Pennsbury 35-yard line. Dietz, inside handoff to DeSandro, and he's got no running room. All over him, Fiorelli and Jesse McKenna. Jesse McKenna has been excellent so far in the first half for Pennsbury.
The Redskins trying to give Pennsbury some of their own medicine with a hard count there. I see the Pennsbury line flinched a little, but didn't come across. 4th and 5 and a decision for Coach Smith, and looks like they're going to go for it from the 35.
It's a situation here where Neshaminy sometimes likes to get Dietz outside, give him a run-pass option.
Also, we haven't heard from that tight end, big Mike O'Brien, yet offensively.
4th and 5. Falcon fans up.
There's O'Brien.
Ball is in his hands, bobbles it, but completes. Yes, he makes the catch for a first down at the Pennsbury 26-yard line. You called it there, Pancho. Mike O'Brien went down 7 yards, stopped, turned, and Dietz hit him with the ball. He bobbled it, but was able to hold on.
The linebacker that had him covered man on came with the blitz, and he becomes known as a hot receiver there, and Dietz expertly hit him, and O'Brien, after that first bobble, did hold on to the ball. Big first down, well-executed play.
26-yard line is where the Redskins will take over. Actually, they have the ball, so no need to take over. 1st and 10. Trips out right. Quick pass to Jonikite, and he is taken down. McKenna's on the tackle, hit by a bunch of Falcons, but that was a quick hitter right there, Pancho, and he had 2 blockers in front. Pennsbury was able to stop without getting much yardage.
Cushion, large cushion given to the inside slot man. Let's see if that's called on the line of scrimmage. Dietz just straightens up and hits that slot man who's uncovered. Block on the outside by Lovelace, and a nice gain into 7.
Redskins have been able to use that play this year because of the concern and the safety being over with Lovelace to take away the deep route and hitting Jonikite underneath. For 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line. Dietz hands off to Hall, who's got running room off right tackle, but he's taken down. Damon Singleton trips him up, and Keith Johnson finishes him off short of the first down. That will bring on a 3rd down for the Redskins. 3rd about 2 yards at the Pennsbury 18-yard line. So the wind and the rain taking away some of Neshaminy's passing game today, but they're still using it with success. Dietz has already thrown for 1 touchdown pass, and he's had the big 4th down completion. 3rd down and 2 again now. Hall and DeSandro I formation, and there's movement on the left side of the offensive line for Neshaminy. Looks like their left guard moved, Pat Mason. And that'll push them back 5 yards. Make it 3rd and 7 from the 23, and that's obviously going to change the play probably for Neshaminy, Pancho.
It is. They do have 2 downs, so, you know, a running play is not a surprise here, but Neshaminy just seems to spread the field so well with their passing offense that I guess they've got the balance to go either way. That's tough when those linemen get set in there, and on a tough field you can slip, and any kind of movement once you've assumed that 3-point stance results in an illegal procedure penalty.
Clock is running under 3.5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Neshaminy with 3rd down and 7 from the Pennsbury 23-yard line. Dietz has Hall and DeSandro in the backfield. And he gives up the middle of the Hall, who breaks it outside, shakes a tackle and takes it off the right side, is taken down short of the first down, but he picks up 5 of those yards back, Pancho, before Damon Singleton brings him down.
There were big yards too. He was stuffed in the middle, and see this, good running by Hall. Trap, and it's clogged up by Pennsbury in the middle, and Hall does a good job to bounce it outside to the right to turn this into a 4th and 2 rather than a 4th and 7. Once again, could be a running down or a passing down. Puts a little pressure on the defense.
Well, this is the third time the Redskins have gone for it on fourth down today. They're 1 for 2 on fourth down conversions. 4th and 2 with the Falcon 19-I formation as Hall and DeSandro. The ball goes to DeSandro up the middle, who's got running room and the first down inside the Falcon 15-yard line down to about the 13 before Anthony Fiorelli takes him down along with some help from James Robertson. Neshaminy once again successful. That's twice in a row on fourth down. They've kept their drive alive.
Good surge by the left side of that offensive line. DeSandro was untouched by the time he made the first down.
On a cold, rainy day, the Falcon defense has spent most of the first half on the field. Neshaminy has controlled the clock for most of the game. Again, the Redskins with Hall and DeSandro. Jonikite out left. Handoff goes to DeSandro, and he is taken down quickly after a gain of about 1 yard. In on that tackle, Jesse McKenna again for the Falcons.
And also Mike Hahn making his presence felt there for the Falcons, just in the ball game. Good pursuit from the weak side.
Mike Hahn shook that free. Mike Hahn shook that loose. Hahn was questionable for today's game, but because of a shoulder injury, but he's out there playing, which is good for Pennsbury. Pennsbury also playing without senior linebacker Matt Heitman on the outside. TJ Tigner has been moved outside, and that's why we've seen Damon Singleton playing the middle linebacker position for Pennsbury. 2nd and 9. Here comes Singleton on the blitz, but Dietz gets rid of it. He hits DeSandro out in the flat. Actually, it's Hall who takes the ball to the 15-yard line, and James Roberts knocks him out of bounds. Nice play by Pennsbury because Neshaminy was trying to set up the screen, but they weren't able to get it.
We might have a roughing the passer here because Singleton really finished off Dietz. He came at him unabated and just ran right through him after that screen. Defensively, James Roberts did a good job keeping outside leverage with Jesse McKenna coming from the inside, but that's for naught with the roughing the passer, which will be half the distance to the goal, I believe, and an automatic first down.
Yeah, this time Singleton, who we had said was at the middle linebacker position, came from the outside to Dietz's blind side and hit him a step after Dietz got the pass out to Hall. So Charles Hall has been extremely active today for Neshaminy. 1st and 7 for the Redskins at the Pennsbury 13-yard line. Dietz hands off the Hall again up the middle. He's got a little bit of room, but immediately the Falcons converge on a Mike Hahn in on the tackle again, along with Chris Schaefer. Under a minute to go for Neshaminy, 48 seconds, as a matter of fact. And the ball is down to the Pennsbury 4-yard line as Neshaminy will take a timeout.
The coolest Superman and the hottest Lois Lane ever. Truly indestructible. The cutest couple to tie the knot since JFK Jr.'s surprise wedding.
Don't just sit there.
Fall in love again, right from the start. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. Monday through Saturday at 7 Eastern, only on TNT.
Second and goal for the Redskins. Handoff goes to DeSandro off right tackle. He's stacked up immediately by Pennsbury. Mike Wise in on the tackle. Copenhagen on top, but he was met initially by Mike Hahn, who's made 3 straight plays for the Falcons. So it's going to be 3rd and goal for Pennsbury after no gain for DeSandro, and Neshaminy's going to take another timeout as the Falcon defense is able to hold. So 3rd and 5 for the Redskins on this timeout. We'll be back after this message.
Hey, I'm Annabelle Gurwitch.
And I'm Paul Gilmartin, and here's the deal. We're here every Friday night on TBS with a show called Dinner and a Movie. What we do, we watch a movie.
Yes!
I like it.
And then we cook a theme-inspired dinner based on the movie. That's why we call it Dinner and a Movie. Yummy.
Hey, bet your butt, bet your butt.
I suggested snack and a flick. No one went for it.
Gee, I wonder why. All right, that's enough.
Dinner and a Movie every Friday night on TBS.
You see the mud. It's football weather, as John Madden would say, but right now, 3rd down, Dietz goes play action. He's got plenty of time. He's rolling right. He's looking in the back of the end zone, and he fires it incomplete. Boy, Dietz had all day long, and the mud might have been a factor right there as he was looking for Mike O'Brien, and he appears to have slipped.
You know, Dietz reminds me a lot, and is very similar size-wise and in style of play to the noted Catholic leaguer, Brett Gordon down there for LaSalle, who's also on a state record-breaking quest here for touchdown passes, buying time by scrambling. That's what it looked like there. Big field goal attempt here.
Yeah, Vetter's in for a field goal, which will be a 22-yard attempt for the Redskins. 26 seconds to go in the quarter. And the kick is up, and it appears to be good. It is. And with that, a 22-yard field goal by Neshaminy's Josh Vetter gives the Redskins a 9-0 lead with 21 seconds left in the half.
My name is Brittany Kissinger, but on stage I play Annie.
And I'm Conrad John Shuck, but you can call me Daddy Warbucks.
The musical Annie is about a little girl who wants what all kids want, a secure and loving home.
Annie's dream comes true through adoption. For 110 years, the Gladney Adoption Center has been creating happy endings like Annie's for real children. Learn more about the loving choice of adoption. Call 1-800-GLADNEY.
A brighter tomorrow is only a day away.
And the kick is going to go to Schaefer. He's got to back up. He takes it at his own 10-yard line. Starts up the field and is taken down by the Neshaminy special teamers. Omar Harris, who is a weapon we haven't heard from today yet for the Redskins at wide receiver, and also number 33, Mike Ketterer.
Omar was injured, I believe, for almost the first half of the season. Just made an appearance for Neshaminy partway through, I think, the Council Rock game, but he's also a receiving threat.
Harris, a senior, as well as Ketterer, making tackles in what could be their last game here. 12 seconds to go in the half for the Falcons. I formation shows Singleton the up man, Johnson deep. Split out, Kutzmita and Roberts. Roberts to the near side, number 46. And Schimpf takes the snap and goes to his left and gets dropped immediately by Neshaminy's Ron Smith on the tackle, and also Bill Crompton for the Redskins. And that's going to be the last play for Pennsbury in a half in which they were not able to get much going offensively. 2 turnovers, a number of bobbled snaps, and they find themselves on the short end of a 9-0 score against a Neshaminy team that defensively is playing very well.
VH1's Behind the Music puts the rumors to rest.
It's out of the bag. It was a very complex situation.
And gives you the real stories from the stars who lived them.
Reality is slapping me in the face.
I'm lucky that I've survived.
VH1's Behind the Music.
All the guitar players, including Mac, are crazy.
A different story every week. Sunday nights at 9, 8 Central. Only on VH1.
Deep to receive for the Falcons, Johnson and Schaefer, and Vetter's kick is taken by Schaefer at the 10-yard line, makes a nice catch and takes it up the sideline before he's knocked out of bounds. But Neshaminy's number 26, Mark Esposito. Pennsbury coming in, Ponch, 21 yards on the ground, 21 yards total offense, no passing yards. What are they going to have to do to get back into this game?
Well, I think the rain has slowed up a bit. I'm sure the balls are still wet, but they are going to have to get some balance and throw the ball. The one pass that was incomplete was an attempted screen pass that was batted down. Let's see what they want to do. Early indications in the third quarter.
Schimpf joined by Singleton and Tigner up. Schaefer back. The handoff goes to Schaefer off left tackle, and he is hit initially by Neshaminy's number 44, Michael O'Brien. And also Bill Crompton in on the tackle. Crompton was extremely active in the first half for the Redskin defense.
Along with James Kelly, who led the Redskins in tackles in the first half with 5. We've got Ronnie Smith with 2 tackles.
Smith playing at that right defensive end for the Redskins, who have bottled up the Pennsbury running game. That pickup of 2 for Schaefer. That's how the Falcons started the first quarter. Now Keith Johnson into the game. He's the deep back for the Falcons. Schimpf is going to pitch to Johnson. He gets a block from Tigner. He breaks it outside, but he's taken down. James Kelly in on the tackle. Also, number 40, Michael Kelly. So the brothers combine to make the tackle, something I'm sure they've done in their living room a few times.
Maybe a little 2-on-2 post game with the Gankars twins versus the Kelly twins.
A nice tag team wrestling match.
All 4 tough kids.
Pennsbury having Mike and Tom Gankars.
Big down here early. And just as I mentioned the rain letting up, Frank, here it comes down in buckets again.
3rd and 5 for the Falcons. Johnson and Singleton there in the backfield. Split out wide to the left is Kutzmina and Burden. Kutzmina closest to our sideline, number 24. Shimp's going back. He's going to pass. He swings it out to Johnson, who makes the catch, but he's immediately taken down by Neshaminy's Kevin Mullins. Not much going there on 3rd down, as the Falcons are going to lose some yardage there all the way back to the 20-yard line, where they'll be 4th and 10 in a punting situation.
Good news, a completed pass. Bad news, a loss of 6.
Well, they have some passing yardage now, though. It's loud. Back to pass. Back to punt, I should say. 44-yard line of Neshaminy is where Antoine Lovelace will await the kick, which is blocked by Neshaminy. The kick is blocked, and it is rolling backwards, and it's going to be fallen on by Michael O'Brien at the 23-yard line. But there were 3 men on there. It looked like a jailbreak.
Take a look at this. I noticed this in the first half. Lau, as the snap's coming back, almost appears to run forward to catch it. I don't know if we have it on replay, but certainly cuts down the distance that the Redskin defenders had to come to get a piece of that one.
So a blocked kick and a special teams error, not something the Falcons needed as they trail this game 9-0. Neshaminy going 1st and 10 from the Pennsbury 23-yard line with Hall and DeSandro in the I formation. The give is to DeSandro up the middle, and he is going to pick up about 1 or 2 yards before he's taken down in the middle. Up there is TJ Tigner making the tackle for the Falcons, setting up a 2nd and 8 for Neshaminy.
In the first half, the Pennsbury defense was led by Jesse McKenney with 8 tackles and Damon Singleton with 6. Mike Hahn made his presence felt late in the second half with 5 tackles.
Neshaminy looking to punch it in. 2nd down and 8. Handoff, no, it's play action. Sprint out left is Dietz. He's looking to pass. It's tipped and incomplete. Pass was tipped by TJ Tigner, and it went up into the air, and it was Michael O'Brien had it in his hands, but he was hit hard
by Mike Gankars, who finished him off, wouldn't let him make the reception. Tough to run that play into the short side of the field. Play fake by Dietz. Singleton putting some pressure on, but again, they just run out of field here. Ball was tipped. And there's Mike Gankars with a good hit at the end.
Jimmy Dietz, excellent throwing on the run. He's coached by, his father is an Neshaminy assistant, Eric Dietz, longtime offensive coordinator for the Falcons under the living legend Chuck Kane and also Jimmy Dundala. Back to pass is Dietz, 3-step drops, he looks slant, he's got Lovelace in the middle, he shakes a tackle and takes it down to the 5-yard line before he's taken down by Mike Gankars. He lost Chris Schaefer, he made a move and he takes it for a 1st and goal, and Pancho, the quick hitter to Lovelace, effective.
And Dietz looked sharp there. Quick feet to set up and threw a wet ball very well in the slant.
Neshaminy knocking on the door once again. They had a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line with less than a minute to go in the first half. And the Falcons were able to hold for a field goal, but now it's 1st and goal once again at the 6-yard line. 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and Neshaminy holding a 9-0 lead. An I formation for the Redskins. DeSandro, the deep back. Hall is up front. Split out wide is Jonikite. The handoff goes up the middle to DeSandro, and he's got about 1 yard before being taken down by Mike Hahn and also Anthony Fiorelli, who were both playing well at the defensive tackle position for the Falcons. Take a look at the Neshaminy sideline. There's a shot of Eric Dietz in his yellow, had his little yellow rain slicker. There's Coach Mark Schmidt in his classic Lou Holtz pose. They're picking up some grass, throwing it so it doesn't stick to his hand on this muddy day. Single setback is Hall. So Neshaminy's got 3 wideouts. Quickly going for the fade up top to Lovelace. Incomplete. Nice coverage again by Josh Bird.
How about that? A lot of confidence down there in Dietz in the passing offense to throw the ball on 2nd down. Got a 3rd and 5, and it's not too early to say, Frank, this is ball game time, at least from the Falcons standpoint. They haven't been able to move the ball on offense, and giving up another touchdown right here would make it a tough hill to climb.
Josh Burden once again equal to the task. And as you said earlier, he holds down those basketball players. Wonder if he can dribble. Once again, Neshaminy going 3 wideouts. Hall is the single setback, 3rd and goal.
Got an uncovered receiver up there to the left. Tip.
Looking again for Michael O'Brien, the ball in and out of his hands. Dietz had him, and that would have been a touchdown for Neshaminy, but the ball is incomplete. And Neshaminy's going to send out their field goal unit. Coach Schmidt wants to try to put 3 more on the board. Once again, Pennsbury, big stop for them. Because a touchdown would have made this game a 3-score proposition. 2 TDs and 2 conversions.
About a 22-yarder.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is no good.
Wide right.
Wide right. So the Falcons dodge a bullet as Neshaminy is able to take the ball down to the 6-yard line. Once again, unable to punch it in. And now, Pancho, that's twice the Redskins have had the ball inside the 10-yard line, and they've only had 3 points to show for it.
You know, they've been comfortable because Falcons haven't shown anything offensively, but hey, they're a class quality ball club, Pennsbury, and you don't want to give them too many openings. A big drive here could turn this game right around.
Pennsbury on offense again. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. They have 1 first down in that game, and it came on a offsides from Neshaminy, and now they're going to try to get the offense going. They've had success this year with trapping with Singleton, and right now Singleton's the up back with Johnson in the backfield deep. Schimpf hands it off to Johnson on the draw play, but he's going to gain nothing. As a matter of fact, it looks like he lost a yard.
You know, the draw is a complementary play to the pass offense, and when we haven't shown much pass offense, it's tough to get anything from the draw.
Bill Crompton on the tackle again for Neshaminy. He's been extremely active today. Crompton, just a sophomore, Ponch, 6'1". I'm sorry, 5'11", 216. So Metcalf and Crompton, 2 sophomores, having big days. I formation for the Falcons, 2nd and 11. Schimpf play action to Johnson, sprinting out to his right, looking to pass, and does throw, and throws incomplete. Almost intercepted out there on the sideline as Schimpf was trying to get Kutzmita, but the coverage was supplied by James Kelly, who was all over the field defensively for the Redskins in the first half. 3rd down and 11 for Pennsbury, and this is a situation they do not want to be in. They haven't been able to convert today yet on 3rd down.
You can tell not many balls have gotten down the field for Pennsbury by looking at a couple of clean jerseys on the Neshaminy side. Adam Behar and free safety Mike Weaver. The ball just in plays just haven't gotten to them.
3rd and 11 for the Falcons. Singleton Malone setback. Schimpf back to pass. Looking to go. He's got Burden, Josh Burden, and the pass is caught.
Incomplete, inbounds.
1st down for Pennsbury, and that's a big play for them as they take the ball to the 32-yard line. Dave Schimpf found Josh Burden on a little 10 and out, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Great effort right in front of that Neshaminy bench.
Appears that someone is down on the Neshaminy sideline. One of their coaches. But he's up, shaking it off.
Made a good tackle, whatever coach that was. Probably a defensive coach, Frank.
So that should help Pennsbury's offense, as that's their first positive yardage on a pass play. They now have a 1st and 10 from the 32. They've yet to advance the ball beyond the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. A rainy, cool day here at Falcon Homecoming. The sun is not shining, but the defenses certainly are. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Tight formation, Singleton, lone setback. In motion comes Johnson. The handoff goes to Johnson, cuts it back up the middle. He's got a little bit of running room before Michael O'Brien takes him down. And if I'm not mistaken, the previously clean shirt of a cornerback might have been mixed up in that as well. No, I was looking for Behar in on that play, but he stayed out of it.
The wing counter, fake to Singleton. Nice pull right there. Number, looks like might have been Glenn Orleski. And good call, Frank. Adam Behar in on the tackle.
How about Behar? Boy, he was a thorn in the Falcons' side on the basketball court last year.
Tough kid.
Double wing formation. Singleton lone set back into motion to Johnson. Another fumbled snap. And Schimpf goes after it, and we'll have to see whether or not he's come up with it. He has, and that's going to be third down. Boy, that's been a problem all day for Pennsbury.
4 or 5, maybe 5. I think Pennsbury was coming with a counter back this way to James Roberts. But once again, Schimpf fumbling the snap. And I say Schimpf fumbling the snap. Again, we can't tell, and you can't tell with a wet ball whether the ball got to him or not, but it's certainly been a problem for the Falcons today.
The fourth fumble for Pennsbury today, 2 of which Neshaminy has pounced on. And a 3rd and 7 for the Falcons. So we have an officials timeout here. Just trying to check and see if they can get that Notre Dame Navy score, which I'm sure is a real nail biter. Although actually, it actually might be a real nail biter because Navy's not too bad this year, and the Fighting Irish.
A down year for new coach Bob Davie. Not to say there's any pressure there or anything to win.
Yeah, I think it would be an easy place to coach. Of course, there's not much pressure coaching in Lower Bucks County when you're coaching what probably is the toughest conference in the state, the Power 10.
Solid teams all the way through, and one big solid team at the top. I quote as often, there's West and the rest.
Neshaminy trying to stake their claim to being the best team in Lower Bucks County. They were last year, and they proved up to this point this year that they are. Again, they have a young team. We've mentioned the name of Metcalf and Crompton, both people who are coming back next year for the Falcons. Charles Hall, their fullback, who's having a big game, is only a junior. They'll return him.
Tell you, for supremacy in the lower end of the county, the battle, though, you got to put a plug in for those Council Rock Indians who have beaten Neshaminy, Pennsbury, Bensalem, and Truman this year.
True enough, as we say that. Over our shoulders, Kyle Sharp, son of longtime Falcon basketball coach Brad. I formation for Pennsbury, 3rd and 6. Play action, sprint out, right goes Schimpf. He's looking down the field, and he's going to take it himself, but he's going to also be driven out of bounds. 5-6 yards out of bounds. With the dirt on the uniform, I think it was Bill Crompton who took it out of bounds, Poncho, but looked like Schimpf was a little bit indecisive about whether he wanted to run past there. And
I think Dave knew how many yards he needed for the first and recognized it was going to be tough to get there, but the receivers were covered.
Looks like Schimpf is nursing, or actually favoring his right arm or his right shoulder as he comes off the field. 4th and 5 for Pennsbury. Lau set the punt, back deep to receive Adam Behar. And he will let the ball roll, and it will roll down inside the 25-yard line, down to the 21-yard line, where John Kutzmina picks it up, and that's where Neshaminy will take over 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter and a 9-0 lead. So if Dave Schimpf is indeed hurt, that would be a difficult situation for the Falcons, because he, since game number 1, which he did not play in against Glenn Mills, he has taken all the snaps at quarterback. His backup, Dan Mullen, acquitted himself fairly well against Glenn Mills, but he hasn't seen much varsity action.
Dan's a real nice kid and always ready. Again, did a good job at Glenn Mills and has done a very fine job for the Pennsbury JV team this year.
Hall, the lone setback, trips left for Neshaminy. Handoff up the middle, goes to Hall. He's got running room until he's stood up by Chris Schaefer and taken down, but not before. He picks up about 7 yards on 1st down.
That balance between passing and running, Neshaminy's able to spread the field and run that trap again. Nice job, good trap block by number 67, Pat Mason. Good run by Hall. As we said before, they're complementary plays.
2nd and 3 for Neshaminy. They've got I formation looking out against Pennsbury's 4 down. Handoff goes up the middle to Hall, and he is taken down in the middle. Paul Copenhaver greets him rudely, and it looks to be short of the 1st down. Oh, it will be a 1st down, actually. Just enough. 1st and 10 for Neshaminy at the 31-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And Neshaminy has managed to go this entire game without a turnover. A couple near interceptions for Pennsbury, but they weren't able to get it. And that's about what Pennsbury's going to need now is a turnover.
We haven't seen Dietz experience any of that snap trouble.
No, Neshaminy's done an excellent job. The center quarterback exchange has been outstanding. Number 51, Jesse Lambert, the center for Neshaminy. I formation for the Redskins. Handoff again to Charles Hall, and there's something obviously they like in the middle. And once again, he's able to pick up 3 yards before he's taken down by Anthony Fiorelli and Vince Long. Long, a tough kid. He came back from a concussion. He was out the past couple of weeks. Only a junior for Pennsbury.
Vince Long, a.k.a. Butch.
Pennsbury up front has Copenhaver. Long and Fiorelli the tackles. Tigner and Copenhaver out on the end. I formation for Dietz. He's got Hall and DeSandro. In motion goes Jonikite. Split out wide to the right is Antoine Lovelace. The handoff. No. Play action, and they run a little.
Nice play, Josh Burton. Little inside fake to the fullback and a stop run out here to Lovelace. Burton read it well, came up there, and just got that arm in to make a nice tackle.
With each week, Josh Burton, you can see him getting better, getting more confident as he plays his last game here at Falcon Field. So 3rd down and 7 for Neshaminy. Pennsbury would like to put a stop here, but set up the possibility of decent field position. Neshaminy will come up again, I formation, Hall and DeSandro. Split out wide to the left is Jonikite. Lovelace to the near side. Pennsbury possibly showing blitz. It's coming from Singleton, hits the slant, and Jonikite is rocked by Chris Schaefer. Ball was in his hands, and Schaefer said, no, my friend. Incomplete, and it's going to be a punting situation.
Well, that play should fire up the Falcons. Here's the replay, fake to the fullback. Jonikite coming hard, and that's Keith Johnson and Chris Schaefer.
Johnson made the wrap, Schaefer the hit, back deep to receive the punt at about his own 26-yard line is Chris Schaefer from Pennsbury. Dietz will punt it away for the Redskins. Snap is high, nice catch by Dietz. He gets it off, and it's a good kick. 29-yard line taken by Schaefer, who is immediately tackled by Omar Harris. That's his second special teams tackle again. And that's where Pennsbury will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line with 1 minute and 33 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And on the downside of a 9-0 deficit.
Dietz showing us some athletic ability there. First to go up and get that snap, and then to, boom, a pretty good kick under pressure. Chris Schaefer, nice catch. Can't get his feet moving there. There's Bihar sliding down, and watch Schaefer trying to drive, but just no traction. Good tackle by Harris.
And right where that no traction is in the middle of the mud is where Pennsbury will start. The handoff goes to Singleton, who goes up the middle, but he's immediately hit by Neshaminy. It's like after a gain of 1, Tim Boone in on the tackle for the Redskins, along with Brian Staley. That portion of the field is extremely muddy, Ponch, and as we saw Schaefer's feet go out from under him, it's tough to get an explosive burst into the middle of the line when they don't have traction. 2nd down and 10 for the Falcons after no gain. Singleton single setback. Falcons spreading it out a little bit this time. Short drop for Ship. Goes out into the flat. He's got Roberts, and he's got a 1st down and some more running room, and he's taken down inside Neshaminy territory at the 48-yard line. It's the first time the Falcons have been there.
They had Josh Burton run the slant from the outside. James Roberts just a square out. Shim. 1-step drop, and quickly finding Roberts squaring out, who turned it up quickly. James has made some big plays this year for Pennsbury.
So Pennsbury now, 1st down and 10. They're at the 50. They've yet to cross midfield. 48 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Neshaminy defense has been outstanding. Schaefer and Singleton, twin set in the backfield.
Might have the out to this side again. Let's see if they do it.
Schaefer Quick drop again. This time goes to Burden. Burden cuts it back into the middle. He's got a little bit of room, and he's quickly taken down by a number of the Neshaminy defenders. So now Pennsbury able to experience success with the pass.
Burden at the top of your screen with about a 5-step stop. We can see his socks. Shemp, a 3-step drop. And Burden with a nice move here to head fake outside and step back in.
2nd and 3 for Pennsbury. Moving the ball as the third quarter winds to a close. Singleton and Johnson in the backfield. Split out wide to the left is Kutzmita. In the slot, Roberts. The handoff goes to Johnson. He cuts it back inside, and he is going to be taken down short of a first down after a gain of 2 yards. Brian Staley was able to cut him back into the middle, back toward the help, Punch.
Also Kevin Mullins. Again, a well-known name in Lower Bucks County Athletic. The Mullins, his sisters were good softball players for Neshaminy. His father, a longtime softball, baseball player.
That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. The Falcons will have the ball. 3rd and 3. They're trailing 9-0 to Neshaminy. We'll be back at Falcon Field right after this.
He's cool. He's athletic. And he's popular.
There's more to life than being cool, athletic, and popular.
He's Kevin Arnold, growing up every weeknight on the Wonder Years as the classic coming-of-age series comes to the home of classic TV. Watch the Wonder Years, weeknights at 9, 8 Central, only on Nick at Night.
For the Falcons, big third down. Shim drops back, gets it out to Roberts. He completes the pass, and he's got the sideline. First down for Pennsbury before he's knocked out of bounds. James Kelly makes the tackle that probably saves the touchdown, as it's a quick pass out to James Roberts from Shim and Pancho all the way down to the 25-yard line of Neshaminy.
You know, Dave Shimp got hurt on that play over by the Redskins sideline, and since then I believe he's 4 for 4. Red formation.
1st and 10. Neshaminy 26, Singleton the lone setback for the Falcons. And busted play, but Ship makes something out of nothing. And Pancho right there, he wanted to go to Damon Singleton, and it looks like Singleton a little quicker than he thought.
I think the reverse pivot out of there, and he missed the handoff, but good reaction by Dave Shrimp to turn it up and almost get a first down.
And now Pennsbury.
Reverse pivot, trap. Didn't get the handoff, but a great trap block there by Brad Morgan opened a big hole. Gave Shimp time. They ought to put that play in, I guess, for next year, I guess.
Michael Kelly was able to take him down. 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 15-yard line. Handoff goes to Singleton off left tackle. Singleton pumping his legs, and he dragging defenders with him. Dragging number 38, Pat Kelly, with him that time. Down to about the 11-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 6 for Pennsbury. And easily, this is Pennsbury's longest drive.
Well, it's an old football cliche, Frank. That passing game opens up the running game, and a little balance here keeps the defense on the heels. They have to put it in the end zone, though.
So this is the 8th play of this Pennsbury drive, which started with 48 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Look for Chris Schaefer here.
2nd and 5 for the Falcons. Handoff goes to Schaefer off left tackle. He's got some room. He cuts it to the outside. He's got one man. It's Adam Behar. He looks like he may be in. His foot went into the end zone, but the ball did not. And the referee is pointing at the ground apparently as if he's out inside the 1-yard line. Adam Behar saved the touchdown with great effort for Neshaminy because Chris Schaefer broke it out to the left. And 1st and goal for the Falcons nonetheless.
You know, it's one of these, Frank. Let's see. Schaefer's going to run and break it wide to the left behind Singleton's block. And I think his feet do get inside the cone, but it's one of those carrying the ball in the left hand. The ball doesn't break the plane. Let's see. Here comes Behar. And once again, I don't think it's the officials' call that the ball didn't break the plane. 1st and goal.
Damon Singleton with a crushing block on James Kelly to free Schaefer with that. Singleton the up back. And it's a quarterback sneak for Shim, and the official singles touchdown, and the Falcons are on the board. It took them 3 quarters. But with 10 minutes and 27 seconds to go, Dave Schimpf in from 1 yard, and Pennsbury has cut the deficit to 9-6.
Big extra point coming up here. We've got Dave Christensen in to kick. John Cutsmeet on the hold.
Field goals always difficult with conditions like this, and the spot is going to be, it's a muddy spot where the ball will be put down. Jimmy Clayton is the snapper. The holder is Kutsmita. Christensen to kick. And a field goal, an extra point here would draw the Falcons within 2. The snap is bobbled. Kutsmita gets it down.
Oh, wide left.
And the kick is no good. Kutsmita bobbled the snap, was able to get it down, but it was too late for Schimpf. Christensen had to hold up for a second. And the score remains 9-6 with 10:27 to go in the 4th quarter.
I'm Ben Stein.
I don't sing.
However, I do enjoy fierce competition and the advancement of knowledge, both of which you'll find in abundance on my TV show.
Win Ben Stein's Money is a new game show for those who stayed awake in class. It pits contestants against Ben Stein, the first game show host with the guts to put his money on the line. Win Ben Stein's Money every Monday through Thursday at 7:30 and 11:30 p.m. at Comedy Central.
Deep to receive for Neshaminy. Number 4, Omar Harrison, 16th, Frank DeSander. They wait Craig Lau. The other half of the Pennsbury kicking tandem. Lau handles the field goals and kickoffs. Christensen the extra points. Lau's kickoff is high and deep. Back to the 5-yard line is Omar Harris. He takes it out. And he's got some running room, and he's broken. He's got one man. It's Keith Johnson. He's by him. And Craig Lau is able to knock him out of bounds, but not before Omar Harris takes it all the way to the Pennsbury 41-yard line. A return of 55 yards for the Redskins.
Talk about a momentum breaker for the Falcons, but a great effort by Harris.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for Neshaminy. I formation, Haldy up back to Sandro deep. Dietz, quick drop, going up top for Lovelace. And the pass is incomplete off Lovelace's hands as he once again was closely guarded by Josh Burden. Pancho, Josh Burden is starting to play himself into a factor here. One of the best cornerbacks in Lower Bucks County.
Is the replay on the kickoff, high and deep.
Grass looking, still holding up well. Harris, as you can see, outrunning the camera almost now, had some room. Nice blocking. Paul Copenhaver was held up. An excellent block by Neshaminy's number 86, Jason Delp. Jason Delp, just a sophomore, you guessed it. Inside handoff goes to Hall. He's got running room up the middle, and he's tripped up by Keith Johnson and finished off by James Roberts, but not before he takes it down to the Pennsbury 29-yard line and a Neshaminy first down.
What a big play. That trap's been bread and butter. Neshaminy's bread and butter today.
Jason Delp, who made that block on Copenhaver to free Omar Harris on the kick return, is just a sophomore as well for Neshaminy. He's on the defensive line. He's been playing well today. 6'1", 213 pounds. So with 9:49 to go and a 3-point lead, Jimmy Dietz takes his Redskins up to the line. He's got Charles Hall, single setback. Quick pass out to Jonikite, who takes it and is taken down by a combination of James Roberts and Josh Burton, but they brought Jonikite, flared him out toward the sideline and hit him quickly, and he was able to pick up a gain of about 6 yards.
Here it is here.
2nd and 4.
Dietz with a 3-step drop. Jonikite squaring out underneath Lovelace, who ran the deep post. Good play. Tough to guard on this wet field.
2nd down and 3 yards for the Redskins. Hall, the single setback. Hall's got the ball up the middle, and he takes the ball down to about the 20-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. Mike Wise and Jesse McKenna in on the tackle for the Falcons. And that is going to set up a 3rd down and 1 for Neshaminy. And this is the point in the game right now where if Pennsbury intends to win it, they're going to have to get a stop here.
And it's going to be a 2-play stop because I don't think Neshaminy would try a field goal from this distance. So
the missed extra point hurting the Falcons now because a touchdown by Neshaminy would put this game out of reach. 9-6 is the score. Outstanding defensive battle today. 2 classic rivals. And is that going to be an
What a
illegal
mistake.
shift?
What a mistake by Neshaminy.
2 shifts at the same time, Pancho? Crompton went in motion?
No, you're allowed to move. It's one of the interior linemen. In other words, 2 men can move in the backfield as long as they're set for a full second before the snap.
Loss of 5 yards. Now, this happened before in the second quarter on a Neshaminy drive on 3rd and 2. The Redskins were pushed back 7 yards, and they went to Charles Hall, who was able to pick up the first down. Now, they're staring at a 3rd down and 6. Clock continues to roll. 8 minutes and 7 seconds and winding down.
2 down territory, though.
Charles Hall once again is the single setback. This time, Omar Harris into the game, split out wide to the right.
Look for the tight end.
Handoff does go to Charles Hall, and he gets only a couple yards before he's met by Mike Wise and also TJ Tignar. At the bottom of that pile for the Falcons is Mike Hawn. So in the first half, Neshaminy was having success running the ball up the middle, but the Falcons have made the adjustment and they've choked that off.
If they come out in the same set here, I believe they have 2 receivers, both the tight end and the slot man, with 1 defender, James Roberts, there. See if Coach Schmidt picked that up. No, different set.
4th down and 4 for Neshaminy. 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. In motion is Jonicke. Hall does up back. The give, no, it's a play. It's rolling right as Dietz. He's going up top.
Overthrow him, Adam.
Dietz had a man wide open. It was Jason Jonicke. He was coming in motion, but Dietz overthrows him. And now, Pennsbury once again standing tall defensively. And they're going to take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Good decision. Jonicke went in motion, went out and up, and good decision by Dietz, throwing to the right receiver, but just tough execution on a day like today. Coach Schmidt, I see upset over there that it was the right call. They had the play and just didn't come through, didn't execute.
1st and 10. Pennsbury at its own 23-yard line. 7 minutes to go in their season, and possibly Neshaminy's. Twin set in the backfield, Singleton and Johnson. Schimpf back to pass, swings it out to Roberts once again, and Roberts is tripped up. Really big play for Neshaminy out there because James Roberts would have had some room, but Brian Staley has played an outstanding game on the outside, takes him down after a gain of about 3 yards, and they'll be 2nd and 7. Yes. 2nd and 7 for Pennsbury.
Straight 3-step drop, a play that was effective in the last drive. Wide out coming in, inside man squaring out. Tough to cover again on the wet field with the defensive back slipping a little bit.
Schimpf has been able to have has had excellent passing protection in the second half from his offensive line. I formation is Singleton and Johnson. Rolling out wide to the right is Schimpf this time. He's going to go deep, throws it up high and short. Burden fights for it, and it's tipped and incomplete. On the coverage was Mike Weaver for Neshaminy as Schimpf tried to go deep downfield.
He threw that wet ball a long way, Burden in position, but a good defensive play. We ran out of field a little bit there toward the Falcon bench. A good play by Weaver.
So Pennsbury facing a big 3rd down. They were able to sustain their drive last time on their 9-play, 68-yard drive in which they scored their 1-yard touchdown run from Dave Schimpf, but they're going to need some magic here on 3rd down. 3rd and 6, their own 26-yard line. Singleton the lone setback. But watch Josh Burden on a slant right here. Schimpf back to pass, throws it out wide, and too wide for Keith Johnson, incomplete. And actually, Burden did have an opening in the middle of the field, but they looked to be going for Johnson.
That ball got away from Dave Schimpf, I think kind of laid on his hand, the wet ball.
So Pennsbury in a punting situation now, 4th down and 6 from their own 26-yard line. Antoine Lovelace stands at his own 40 awaiting Craig Lau's punt. The snap has been an adventure today, but this one is perfect from Pete Gutzmyrtle. And an excellent punt by Craig Lau. Drives Lovelace back to his 31-yard line, but he's got running room around the left side until he is taken down by Mike Gankars at the 47-yard line, and that's where Neshaminy's going to take over 1st and 10. Lovelace's jersey looks pretty good today. It's not bad being a receiver and a cornerback.
Now with 9 minutes to go, gut check time for the Falcon defense.
Actually, we've got a scoreboard malfunction here at Pennsbury High.
Double gut check time then, Frank, with 5
Could be
to go.
about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes ago. We'll get that time to you in just a moment.
Neshaminy to run the ball here.
Hall and DeSandro with the back foot as they have been all day. Pitch goes to DeSandro.
Oh, what a play.
No. Because Jesse McKenna, who has been all over the field today, is the first one to meet DeSandro, and he drops him for a loss of 5 yards. Big play for Pennsbury.
McKenna straightened up. Lead back Charles Hall, who's done a good job running the ball today, just buried him and then finished it off with a good hit on DeSandro. Great play. Here's the replay. We just got the end of it there.
We got that, and we, as you saw, McKenna and also Paul Copenhaver from his defensive end position was in on the play. Second down, 15 yards to go for Neshaminy. Hall and DeSandro I formation, split out wide to the right of Lovelace.
Single coverage on Lovelace.
Rolling right is Dietz. He's looking to go. Lovelace can't find him. Now he's going to run. And now he's going to be tackled. And it's Jesse McKenna today, and I think that's his 12th tackle. And the senior playing in his final game at Falcon Field is playing his finest game.
Jesse McKenna, a great kid, always giving effort, and just finishing his career with a super game. What you don't see down the field now is Antoine Lovelace running a Z out, and Josh Burton got him blanketed. There's Dietz trying to turn it up, and Jesse McKenna with a great hit.
So McKenna with 2 straight tackles for losses. It's 3rd and 17, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
This is the formation they ran that screen so successfully in the first period. Watch it, counter screen. No, sprint out left.
Sprinting left, Dietz is looking. He completes his
play.
pass, but it looks to be, it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Jason Jonikite, but James Roberts is on the scene, and so is the Neshaminy punting unit.
That play was very, very close to the first down, very close to a catch, but James Roberts punished Jason Jonikite, and it is a 4th down for Neshaminy.
So with 4:17 to go in the 4th quarter, Jimmy Dietz is ready to punt the ball away to Chris Schaefer. And Neshaminy's defense, which has been outstanding all day today, will have one more opportunity to hold on to this lead. Snap is good. Dietz gets rid of it, almost blocked. And it's a short kick, but it gets a good Neshaminy roll, and it's going to go down to the Pennsbury 26-yard line. Larry Linderman almost was able to block that punt for Pennsbury as he broke up the middle, and he forced a poor punt from Dietz.
Great effort by Linderman, trying to make a block for his favorite teacher, Coach Mike Elko.
That's right. Double L, Larry Linderman, who was just back. He missed some practice time this week from an injury, but he's a senior. He's been in the program for 3 years.
Throwing formation.
Single setback is Singleton. 1st and 10 from the 26. Play action. This time Schimpf takes it up the middle, and he's wrestled down at the 31-yard line.
You know, we saw that going the other way on the last drive. That may be a called play, Frank. They faked that ball to Singleton and run the trap off to the opposite side. Schimpf gained almost a 1st down the last time they ran it and picked up 5 here.
Mike O'Brien on the scene for the Redskins to take down Dave Schimpf. 2nd and 6, 3 minutes and 38 and running for Pennsbury, who has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Pennsbury fans trying to stir on their players. Screen pass goes to Roberts, who breaks it up into the middle of the field and takes it close to a 1st down. He needed to get to the 37-yard line, and it appears that he has. James Roberts has been a big factor in the second half for Pennsbury.
To that wide out screen to the wing back. He's got a wall of blockers in front. Good play by Brian Staley to make that tackle. And we've got time for a measurement. I think Pennsbury's going to have to throw the ball, though. With only 3 minutes left and a slow track out there, they're going to have to throw it to get it down there. Field goal range for the tie.
1st down for Pennsbury as the measurement comes out by a nose. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Orleski and Singleton, big blockers on that last play. They were keys in freeing up Roberts. The offensive line of Orleski, Narasaki, Clayton, and Morgan
Well, the whole Pennsbury offense has stepped up in this second half, and thus we have a ball game.
Unless I forget, Monticello is also on that line. They've done an excellent job of helping the Falcons to move the ball. Play action is Ship, sprinting out to the right. He shakes a tackle, end of face mask, but no flag is down, and Coach Elko is infuriated. Dave Ship dropped, went play action, sprinted out to his right, and was slowed up as his face mask was grabbed, but there's no flag down. It'll bring up a second down and 10.
You know, Brian Staley sort of came across his face, but didn't grab onto that mask, and let's see what happens here. Staley, whoa.
Yeah,
I think he did twist his head a bit.
He might have grabbed it.
I think he did twist his head a bit on the replay. Good job, cameraman.
Single setback is single. Second and 10 for Pennsbury. Shimp slips. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Brought down by Bill Crompton, who's had a huge game for Neshaminy.
Coach Elko's hot. I think they may have missed another face mask. I don't know if we have a replay on this one, but
Bill Crompton came right up the middle, blew through the Pennsbury offensive
yes, they
line.
did. There is another face mask, and that's 2 in a row. And Coach Mike Elko's hot, and deservedly so.
That's a 6-yard loss for Pennsbury, and with 2:26 to go in the game, 3rd and 16 for the Falcons. Well, Pancho, they say everything runs in threes, so maybe if they get another face mask, they'll get this one. I formation. Singleton up back. Johnson back. Puts Mita and Burton. Flanked out to the right. Play action is Ship. He's going up for Kutzmita, and the pass is overthrown, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 16 with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And Pennsbury's got all 3 timeouts, Pancho. Is this a punting situation here?
They're going to use one here and talk it over. I think they've got to run an offensive play, because even a successful play here for the first down leaves you half the field to go with something under 2 minutes. The whole offense is going to come over.
But if they don't get it right here, and with only 2 timeouts to go, does that leave them time to get the ball back? Which we will talk about when we come back to Falcon Field after this timeout.
When investing, often what seems to be on the rise can take an unexpected turn. A sure thing may never get off the ground. And high flyers can quickly be cut down to size. Successful investors know CNN's money line can help, because staying informed in a changing marketplace can make for smooth sailing.
Two minutes and 5 seconds to go. You can see it up there in the scoreboard. First half was all Neshaminy. Second half has been Pennsbury. But all that really matters right now is this play. Pennsbury needs 16 yards to keep the drive alive. Neshaminy needs 1 stop to get the ball back. Single in the backfield. Shimp. And it appears that Neshaminy may have jumped offside. Shimp using that hard count and picking up what for Pennsbury will be 5 much needed yards.
And Coach Schmidt doesn't like it. A little upset. 3rd and 11 gives you a little chance to do some other things rather than, or sorry, 4th and 11 and 4th and 16. Good use of timeout by Coach Elko to get that offside.
You can see as you take a look at some of the Neshaminy defenders, you're looking at Neshaminy's Brian Staley, and you can see the mud and the dirt and the wet. It looks like a lot of fun to be out there right now. 4th and 11. Back the pass goes Shimp. He's looking downfield. He throws, and he has a man complete. It's Josh Burton. He's right at the marker, and he
has the first down.
And I want to say something about Dave Shimp right here, who hits Josh Burton, who was rocked but held on. And it's a first down for Pennsbury, and their sideline erupts. Under 2 minutes to go, the clock will stop as the chains move. Pancho last week against Abington. Let's take a look first at this replay.
Burton's running the curl at the exact right distance, just about 2 yards past the first, so that when he comes back to get this ball, he's in position, still having the first down. Good hit by the Neshaminy defenders.
155 and running as Shimp took a big hit. Shimp, who struggled in the first half against Abington last week, led the Falcons with a 2-minute drill to win the game last week, and he's trying to do it again here. Back the pass goes Shimp. Looks, he's got a slant to Burton, who makes a great catch and a first down for Pennsbury. Down to the Neshaminy 41-yard line, and that's that slant play you were talking about, Pancho, and a nice catch by Josh Burton.
Again, I think the Falcons gained a lot of confidence from winning that game last week, coming back in the last minute. So they've been there before, and they believe they can do it again.
1 minute and 33 seconds to go here. 1st and 10 for the Falcons at Neshaminy's 41-yard line. Single Malone setback. Shift, play action, and looking to run, and they might have been going back to that play again, Pancho.
Yes, it is. It's a quarterback counter trap where they faked the fullback off the right guard and run the trap back to the left.
Neshaminy all over that one. This time John Carroll was in on the play with help from Brian Staley as they bottled that play up. 2nd and 10 with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go. We'll take a look at this one again.
Counter trap, you see Brad Morgan pulling, making a good block, but a little penetration right there on the play side. Let's see who that was, but one of the Neshaminy D-line with good penetration.
So now the Falcons have used their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 minute 23 to go and 41 yards for a score. And you've also got to count the fact that Craig Lau has a very good leg kicking field goals, and he has the wind to his back. Now, obviously, it's windy, but as I talked to Craig, he said, with the wind behind my back, Coach, 60 yards is a possibility. You hear the rumble of the stands as the Pennsbury fans try to exhort their team. Same coming from the Neshaminy side. 2nd and 10, Schiff back to pass, pumps once, now looking to go deep. He's got Burton open, off his hands. Hitch and go.
What a great call. They pumped to the slant, had him deep, and the ball just trickled off Josh Burton's hands. Great call, great effort. We're still alive here with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11, so Pennsbury will have 2 more chances as they have 1 minute and 17 seconds to go with 1 timeout, trailing by 3 points. Burton split out to the right. Keep your eye on him. Number 5. Single setback is Singleton.
Screen.
Inside screen to Roberts, who cuts inside but loses his footing. The muddy field, a factor right there, as James Roberts slips and falls and loses 2 yards. And here comes another 4th down play, 4th and 13.
They run that wide out screen, tried to set up a wall. Roberts stepped back to avoid one tackler, but slipped in the mud.
Pennsbury is going to use their final timeout here with 55 seconds to go, and they're going to try to set up a play here. So with 55 seconds to go, 4th and 13 for the Falcons as they trail Neshaminy by 3. We'll be back.
Each April, thousands of people participate in the March of Dimes Walk America, the first, biggest, and best walking event in the country. Corporate teams, individual walkers, and sponsors raise money to help improve the lives of babies by preventing birth defects and infant mortality. You can get involved and walk in your community. It's fun, it's fitness, but most of all, it's a cause that needs your help. Healthy babies. Call 1-800-BIG-WALK and sign up today.
Back here at Falcon Field with the Falcons of Pennsbury.
You know, Frank, this game may have started a little slowly. One big play by Neshaminy for the touchdown in the first half, but hey, we got a barn burner here, another thrilling ending in a long line of Pennsbury-Neshaminy games.
That's quite right, and Neshaminy hoping to hold on here and get their first win ever at Falcon Field. 4th and 13 for Pennsbury. Split out wide to the right is Burton, also with James Roberts. Schimpf, back to pass, blitz is picked up, rolling right, looking down the field. He's got a man open, it's James Roberts who has the first down. Inside the 20, 15, 10, breaks, touchdown! James Roberts down the right sideline, and Falcon Stadium is erupting. Dave Schiff rolls to his right and completes a pass to James Roberts, who breaks the tackle and takes it in for 6, and it's absolute pandemonium here at Pennsbury.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They picked up the blitz, Neshaminy, wanting to put pressure on, smartly blitzed the middle linebacker, picked him up, and Schimpf rolled to the right and somehow found James Roberts, who got a key block from KJ Keith Johnson. Touchdown, Falcons.
44 seconds to go on an 11-play, 71-yard drive, culminated with that touchdown pass to James Roberts. Craig Lau in to attempt the extra point for Pennsbury. The kick is up, and it is no good. It's going to be wide to the left, but a flag is down, and it's probably going to be roughing the kicker.
Shemp rolling to his right, away from the rush, looking, finding James Roberts curling in the middle. We lost him. He has the first down. Keith Johnson turns back here smartly, and Roberts makes a good cut to get into the end zone.
And the fog comes in, and as you can see the excitement, cheerleaders are going crazy, the dejection on the Neshaminy side. What a play that was right there.
And Pennsbury
we're joking around about that camera work, but as you can see from the field and from the terrible rain conditions, we've got the cameras inside. The cameramen have done an outstanding job all game long with the replays, and sometimes it's difficult. Fans are going up and down, so we miss a little bit of that replay. But
I'll tell you, here's an interesting call right here. Neshaminy was assessed with a roughing the kicker penalty on that extra point. Coach Elko, I believe, could have taken the point over again with the score 12-9, could have elected with half the distance to the goal to kick again, but I think they're taking it on the kickoff, rather opting to kick off now from Neshaminy's 45, kick them deep, and hold them, and then win the game. Interesting.
So now, so the Falcons are going to be kicking off from the 45, and with Lau's leg, this figures to be a touchback. Neshaminy's going to have 44 seconds to generate some offense, and they've got the weapons with Jimmy Dietz at quarterback, and Antoine Lovelace, Jason Johnakite, Ronnie Smith, and DeSandro. So this game, which has been a barn burner so far, is by no means over.
Is not over. I saw Neshaminy go the length of the field against Council Rock in their other big game in the lower end of Lower Bucks this year in less than a minute. So once again, with their ability to spread the field and call plays at the line, it is not over.
Lau's
that
kickoff
kick is into the end zone.
And Pancho, this game's certainly going to come down to 4 downs. When you think about it, Dave Schimpf twice on 4th and more than 10. Calm, cool, and collected.
Hey, once again, when you've done it, as they did at Abington, you believe it can happen again. They almost got it on the slant and go to Burden, slightly overthrown or just almost caught. But to come back and do it again 2 weeks in a row, it's incredible. Let's see what Jimmy Dietz can do. There's 80 yards of field to go with 44 seconds on the clock. Watch Neshaminy's ability to run this clock offense. They do it as well as any high school team I've ever seen.
1st and 10 for Neshaminy. Split out wide to the left is Lovelace. Johnakite, also Smith. Lone setback is Hall. Back to pass goes Dietz. Dietz has some time. Now he's being flushed out. Throws complete over the middle. And over the middle to Johnakite. He's taken down immediately by Damon Singleton after a gain of 8 yards. 2nd and 2, and Neshaminy is going to use a timeout with 27 seconds to go.
Those 2 yards are crucial. Had Johnakite caught that ball past the first down, of course the clock would stop to get the chains moving and allow Neshaminy to run a play from the line of scrimmage. Here they're forced to use a timeout. I'm not sure how many they have left. I think they used one other one earlier in the half.
So the Redskins are over, and they're talking with Coach Schmidt, who knows that trailing by 3, a field goal is also a possibility. Neshaminy does not need to score a touchdown here, but with the conditions, the kicking game has not been an easy proposition for either team yet. Coach Galen Snyder now out talking to his Pennsbury defense, which has been outstanding today. Snyder, a Pennsbury standout in the 80s, was a great player here, and he's trying to get his crew ready to put in the infamous prevent here, Punch?
We do have Schaefer sitting a little deep, but it's not really a prevent. We can't miss a tackle. Look for a short throw to the slot man who's open here.
Dietz sprinting out to his left side. He's going to look for Lovelace. He slips, and he's taken down and sacked by Damon Singleton at the 20-yard line for a loss of 8 yards and a timeout to Neshaminy immediately with 18 seconds to go. Damon Singleton, a transfer from Morrisville High School, a man who played quarterback last year for the Bulldogs, went through a troubled season and a difficult season for Morrisville, has made a major impact here in the Power 10 Conference and for the Pennsbury Falcons, and that was his biggest play.
Here's Dietz on the rollout. He has Johnakite curling over the middle short for the first down, but as you can see, slips and Singleton on the scene. Great effort.
3rd down and 9, and now it's time for Jim Dietz and Neshaminy to make the play that Pennsbury was able to do. 3rd and 9 from their own 21-yard line, and it's not going to be easy with only 18 seconds to go. Pennsbury, which was staring at a defeat on their own field to these Redskins for the first time ever. Quickly turned their fortunes with a big pass to Roberts, and now they have a chance to secure a victory, knock off the #1 team in the Lower Bucks County. And now split out wide to the right, trips right, Lovelace, far right. Dietz is sprinting out right. He's got blockers. He's going deep to Lovelace, who's behind Burden. And Burden tips away the pass.
Oh, my.
Lovelace had a couple steps on Burden, but the pass was a tad underthrown.
Oh, what a great throw nonetheless by
Yes.
Jim Dietz with Antoine Lovelace sprinting down the right sideline and only one defender back.
They got him caught with one-on-one coverage on the right sideline, and that could have been a touchdown to Neshaminy. That was an opportunity, but Burden was able to make the play.
With 11 seconds here, Frank, I think Coach Snyder's got to get somebody deep in center field, in the center of the field here.
He's pointing to that right
he's
now.
got to do that now. You must give him help. There's Chris Schaefer going deep. You must give him some help.
Trips right for the Redskins. Here's their last play. 4th and 9 from their own 21. Dietz is waiting. He throws, looking deep, and it is incomplete. And that, with 3 seconds to go in the game, that's just a formality. Because Pennsbury, it appears, is going to hold on to win 12-9 at Falcon Field. And Pennsbury defensive players sliding out in the mud, doing a little mud sliding like we're at Woodstock. Keith Johnson takes his chance. Pancho Basir's going to be doing it after the game.
Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. Great season for the Neshaminy Redskins, a tough finish. Once again, the Falcon offense appeared to be sleepwalking through the first half, and they'd come on the second half to complete some passes, run the ball. Can't say enough about guys like Josh Burden and Dave Shimp, Keith Johnson, and how about James Roberts, always a gamer his whole career here at Pennsbury. Hey, these will be memories that'll last a lifetime. And I'm sure memories on the other side for the Neshaminy Redskins. That's just the game. That's why you play.
Pennsbury will just take a knee here. As with this win, they're certain to earn the respect. But this program has always been associated with this program. The game is over. Dave Shimp throws the ball up into the air. Pennsbury wins the game 12-9 as they head to the center of the field and they get in that mud. And now everybody who didn't get into the game is going to go home and their parents are going to say, wow, must have been a great one. You're really muddy.
You got to get it under control, though, and out of respect for the Neshaminy Redskins, Coach Elko's got them ready to shake hands. A hard-fought game, a tough season, but again, memories for a lifetime here at the end. Congratulations to all the Falcons, the coaching staff, all the kids, especially the seniors that have done so well and worked so hard their years here at Pennsbury.
And as well as the Neshaminy coaching staff with Mark Schmidt and his staff who have come in and rebuilt a program that was steeped in tradition.